Hello everyone, my name is TheMadScorpyon and welcome back to another This Week in Destiny update. So I'm going to be blunt right off the start. It is going to be covering a lot of stuff that I already mentioned in my dev stream recap video on its own. So I will probably blaze through that and start explaining things more so once I actually get to new stuff. So like I mentioned though, they did have the live stream here, which you can watch in full if you want to see more bits. Although I will say the footage was essentially stuff we'll be encountering just next week. So it's not really there for footage if you just want to hear it directly from them. But the way story is going to work after this episode and forward through Echoes is basically going to be that as a, let's just say, with the way it was, Act 1 happened and we had 3 weeks of thematic story that happened week by week. In the coming weeks, the 3 weeks or however many weeks are in the story for each act will be available right at the start. You can shotgun it straight through if you just want to wrap it up all in one day, or take it at your own pace and do a day in 2 weeks for all you care. But regardless, you will actually have the opportunity to go through and do all of it. As well, there is new battlegrounds will be coming in Echoes. You'll have the first two in the second act of Echoes, and then the last one will be available during Act 3, according to the dev stream. And there will be unique bosses for each battleground, so if you like that, there is that. Now, there is going to be some new weapons unleashing. Of course, the solar rocket pistol that a lot of people have been excited for, as well as a heavy 2-burst arc pulse rifle. So this might be something good, because they did mention, of course, volt shot among the like, so it could be something nifty. And perfect paradox, which is, of course, updated and a new origin trait. So if you were a fan of this prior, it might be good for you nowadays. And they also mentioned new artifact mods. Essentially, in brief, for all the columns you have anti-barrier sniper, self-explanatory, discounted scavenger mods, then solar sniper rifles, precision hits will scorch, solar ignitions do better damage and have a larger radius, and then you also have precision instrument, but for snipers, where you get bonus damage, stability, and reload speed, with a stacking buff per precision hit. In addition to that, they're actually just sniper rifle hits now that I read it, as well as Whisper and Darcy granting more stacks per hit. From that point, there is some balance they're talking about. Apparently, Swarm Grenades and Threaded Spectre are crazy in PvP. I have not touched it, so I would not know. So that is going to be brought into line soon, as well as buffing Twilight Arsenals and Hammer of Soul's damage against bosses and mini-bosses. Which I'm not going to lie, Hammer of Soul on Prismatic, definitely lacking. Without Soul Invictus, it feels like it is hurt, just as a brief note there. For armor, they're going to be nerfing armor swap. If you did not know, you could before put 3 reserve mods, put that on rally, and then swap off to a better armor piece for resistances or build mods, and have the armor from a 3x reserve mod still. Now they're going to be adjusting that so that when you swap off of the high reserve armor, your reserves will actually take that into account and lower to what they should be currently. So you won't have a free 2 or 3 rockets just because you had all those reserves. But to offset that, we're going to get a just general ammo reserve buff between 10 and 15%, you know, all that point. And the reserve mods are also going to be cheaper, and even still, in some cases, according to Bungie, a zero-cost mod. So while it's going to be not so easy to get some free ammo, you'll be able to specialize a little bit more. And some of the stuff they talked about adjusting is Tech Scout Rifles, aka the Lever Action Scout Rifles, will get a 30% damage buff in PvE. That also includes Dead Man's Tale, assumedly. Flinch for sniper rifles will be cut in half in PvE scenarios. Ariana's Vow will have bonus damage against Barrier Champion Shield, which meant that they'll be getting up to supposedly 2 shot per, and Adept mods will no longer have a negative stat penalty for Adept mods. And they did mention this was to make way for new mods that will be coming soon, so keep in mind with that. Now, the big hit that I think people will take into account, they might have sounded excited regarding sniper buff from the artifact, but this big bit right here. Still Hunt Celestial is going to be nerfed by 20% damage. That is specifically just Golden Gunshot with Celestial Nighthawk, which I don't think it's going to be that bad, considering it is still burst damage. It is quick, it is free, especially when you pair it with regular Golden Gun. The only way I can think it will live or die by is if 3-shot is more powerful in total than Celestial, and Celestial is just the quicker option. But, you know, the same thing for the raid boss. Do you need burst damage or do you need total damage? I feel like that's where Nighthawk Still Hunt is going to live or die by when it comes to that. From that point, though, it is still a unique interaction, which I don't think is going to be nerf hammering, but there's a point that I think Still Hunt won't be the go-to option for every single boss, or at least every single witness encounter. From there, we also had previews of the Solstice armor that will be coming with the next Solstice of Heroes, which I'm not going to lie, the past years had been getting depressing in their creativity, but this one looks damn cool. These are hunters with a nice little gas mask, and I think they mentioned race car driver like look. The leather aesthetic along with the almost circuitry like glows, I am definitely here for. That is a aesthetic that I think Bungie has always excelled at when they just combine classic armor with you know, glowy. Now, there is a new mode that will be coming to Crucible Labs. Let's see, I'm just going to read this in full. Havoc hardware is like Mayhem, but for special and heavy weapons. Following the rules of Havoc hardware, players will be fully focused on their weaponry as abilities are disabled. Ammo crates will respawn rapidly, and players drop more ammo, so we're expecting an all-out firefight in the Crucible realm. This may be a nice place for Crucible-centric players to level their crafted weapons with an influx of ammo availability as well. As usual, Guardians also have the opportunity to earn a bit more from rep in lab node, so hop on, check it out, and be alongside Shax watching the chaos. So basically, like they said, Mayhem but no abilities, so it will be all the armor buffs. Now, this was something that I wasn't exactly sure about. Supposedly, it is another collab with the Rec Room, which is, I guess, a gaming space something. So you'll have, I guess, Bungie avatars, the Adored Sniper Rifle, and Ace of Spades, as well as Hunter hoodies and variety, which I'm not exactly sure what it will be, but the Destiny 2 Guardian Gauntlet launching day in Rec Room on all supported devices, and if you wish to know more, there is that. That may be a VR channel sort of thing. But from there is, of course, the 7th Column Chaos, which is another Bungie Day sort of donation thing, which actually comes with a really cool, unique shader that shows Guardians versus Rolk, which, if there was any reason to donate that was just purely for rewards, I would say this is actually a pretty good one. But if you so wish to, of course, donate, they are always willing and accepting if you wish to help. As well as Disability Pride Month for all of those of us that are differently abled but still wish to represent in the Bungie Foundation. As well, any donation of 10 or more will get you this emblem, and all donations received in July will support ability points. From there is, of course, Echoes, community entry. I think this is art and nifty stuff of the week, which, nice going on the moth there, but lots of art and personal doings. Echoes, Saint, Destiny, nice sand drawings that actually all go together. That is some pretty creative stuff there, folks. And let's see what that's cool. Glow in the dark, fail-safe art. And let's see, more Saint Osiris. And as mentioned, entries that are featured in the TWID will receive a special Art of the Week emblem if you wish to take part. And now, Destiny 2 Discords and Threads update. Reporting from the Destiny 2 social media here. You may know us by Destiny the Game, and a variety of places to let you know. We're adding 2 more platforms you can follow to get the latest news update. We've updated our Discord servers announcement channels at discord.gg/DestinyGame, so you can share more news with all of you. I guess they're taking a hint from Helldivers, because they have a good way of announcing stuff there. Sharing updates on these places so you can opt in to whatever news best suits your server's needs, and you can follow the announcement channel in Discord by clicking follow at the top of the channel or desktop by tapping follow, blah blah blah. So you can keep Bungie in your Discord server a little more exclusively now. The Siegebreak Hunter Bundle. We have resolved an issue where players were able to purchase the Siegebreak Hunter Bundle but did not receive any items. So this was from Season 11 Flashback. Investigating issues for fixing the players who encountered this issue and did not receive the armor as intended. Fix will be applied hopefully soon. Now, some known issues. Acquiring the Criminal's Dagger and Claws of the Wolf weapons do not count towards progress of the Ormond's Taste Triumph. The Decathlete Triumph does not gain progress in newer PvP game modes. Champions appear in Defiant Battlegrounds in the Vanguard Arps playlist. Hazardous propulsion does not function correctly with Quicksilver Storm's rockets. Interesting. A weekly challenge icon appears beside Nessus for a Guardian challenge that does not exist. I've noticed that, actually. And the Transcendent title does not grant progress to Guardian ranks. So, issues there. And then some more Art of the Week. The Pantheon bosses in many set. Let's see. We have... yes, there is the variety of final bosses as well as the basics. So there is Caretaker, Golgoroth, and the Explorator Planets, Atrax, Oryx, Rolk, as well as Nezarec. That is actually some very excellent art. I'm happy that it is featured for this week. As well as some Movie of the Week from this fella. But aside from that, that is the end of this week in Destiny. Apologies for the snap. I don't know why I just did that. That is just reflex moment. But like I said, there was some bits here that I just blazed through because I've already talked about it once. I am sort of excited for Battlegrounds. I am just hoping that they don't turn into Grandmasters. I am super tired of it, especially since they said they wanted to really focus on overwhelming high numbers of ads. and copy and pasting that into Grandmasters does not work well. It is nothing but a slogfest that is typically just a lot to chew through for the sake of we wanted a lot of enemies, and now you have lots of enemies that take several shots to kill. But, you know, a lot of these changes do seem appropriate as well from here. I am kind of shocked that a Still Hunt nerf took this long, considering how long it's been going strong. And not to mention, I get it might just be in tune with the fact that the artifact is receiving a buff. So it could entirely be a reactionary thing where it is getting a nerf because it is getting this buff for the season. And it could just be a 1-2 punch, just making sure that this doesn't absolutely break the game in total. But from that, my name is TheMadScorpyon. I will see you in the next video.